Olsen, Superintendent for the Kickapoo District. Just wanted to take a brief minute to explain some decisions that we made at our last school board meeting regarding school and how we're going to try to pivot our instructional models as cases of COVID increase in our communities in both Richland and Vernon County. In order to do that, I just wanted to provide people with a little background information on why we're doing this and how it came about. So throughout the summer, district officials across the state were awaiting guidance from the Department of Health and Human Services at the state level, which would provide us that sort of guidance, the detailed guidance we need in order to decide whether or not we were having in-person instruction or in-person instruction for half of our student body to lower student density, or to have all virtual instruction. At what point do we hit critical thresholds of COVID in our communities that would make us respond to that by switching the mode of instruction? And so we waited for that guidance all the way through the end of August, and we were promised it was coming, and then it never came. So as a result of that, district officials in Vernon County have been working together and looking at different models, including the Harvard model and the Minnesota model, to help us make those decisions in conjunction with our local health department as to when it is safe to have these different modes of instruction based on the prevalence of COVID in our counties, counting the current active cases over a 2-week period. As a result, on Monday night, our school board approved the administration's recommendation to adopt the Minnesota model of tracking COVID in our community at the county levels and to inform our instructional models. And I wanted to take a minute to show you the chart that we've created, which will allow you to check every single day how many cases of COVID are in our school district, in our amongst our student and staff populations, and as well look at what the trend looks like over a 2-week period from the community perspective. So I'm going to take a minute and share my screen. And so what we have here is the model that we came up with to identify how many active cases we have in our school district, which we will update daily, as well as the bi-weekly case rates in both Vernon and Richland counties. These are going to be updated each week so that we can make an announcement on a Thursday afternoon that which model of instruction that we may have to move to. So these have to be adjusted for the population of each county. Vernon County has approximately 30,000 residents, and Richland County has approximately 17,000. So the number that we really need to be focused on is the green number, because the math has already been done for people, and then the chart below. And so as we discussed at the board level, we know that in-person learning is better for students. And our first week of data after looking at this model and having the county give us the information we need showed both counties at roughly the same rate at 12 cases per 10,000. And in the Minnesota model, that would put us in trying to cohort our middle school and high school students to reduce the density of students in the building. So half the students would come on a Monday, Tuesday, and the other half would come on a Thursday, Friday, and the students would join their classes electronically for the days that they're not physically present. That's what the cohorting model is referring to. We are going to then, down below, we're keeping track of how things are trending. This data, when we started school 5 to 6 weeks ago, was showing the number at about 4 when we translated it to this chart. So we were solidly in full in-person learning. And we've now seen cases progress to the point in both counties that we're just creeping into the cohorting model, where our elementary students would continue to attend every day, but our middle school, high school students, we would lower the number of students in the building. And then when we get to the next threshold, which is 30 to 49 cases per 10,000, then we're looking at having the elementary students divided in half and the secondary students would do distance learning only. And then once we get to 50 plus cases, if that ever happens, we'll be looking at distance learning for all students, and all extracurricular activities would be canceled. There is another threshold that is internal. If we reach 3% of a building's population of staff and students that are currently infected with the virus, we would be looking at going virtual for a period of time. We would definitely consult with our health department and identify a time frame somewhere between 14 and 28 days where we would commit to a virtual model to let the virus burn out. So again, our model and our intent is to be very transparent. It's to keep this in front of people on a daily basis and have a place where they can come and check and see just exactly what's going on in our counties and at our local level, and to let parents look at it and know, hey, this is coming. We want you to kind of be aware, see the trends in the data over time. On Thursday, the data will be released by Vernon County. We will be computing the Richland County number again, and if those numbers are not reducing back towards that 0 to 9 number, we will making the announcement that we will be implementing the cohort learning model starting on Monday. So again, just wanted to make sure that we were able to go through that and get to the point where we had an explanation for parents and community members as to how we were going to be navigating this. Again, our hope is to favor in-person learning if at all we can, and if not, we really also want to be respectful of the fact that we know that in all cases, just because you don't have somebody testing positive, there's a lot of asymptomatic people, and if there's a lot of positive cases in our community, that's probably representative of the fact that there's more cases out there than we're aware of. Additionally, we approved a 2-symptom chart for illness that will go up on our website and replace the 1-symptom chart. There are 3 instances in the new 2-symptom chart. They call it 3 symptoms that are 1 symptoms, and then a whole bunch of the other symptoms that you have to have 2 of instead of having 1 in order to be excluded from school. So our school nurse will have that. Please go to our website and click on that. We hope that that's pretty self-explanatory. It's a modification and a little less restrictive than if a student has a headache, they're out for 10 days. And that's all I have. Mr. Midden will be providing an explanation of how we're going to divide students in a cohort model. And thanks for taking the time to catch up on how we are making our plans for future instructional models here at the school. Thanks.